I've had these Cygolite hot rod bike lights, which are USB rechargeable, for 6 months now, and they're keepers. Let's talk about the build quality. Feels hefty and solid. It's a quality light. It's got a quality feel to it. It's plastic, made out of plastic. The button is right here on the side, but it's got a little heft in there from the battery, but very well made. It seems like you would measure the lifespan of this light in years, not just weeks or months. All I do with it to clean it is wipe it off with a damp rag every time I charge it, and the lens stays very clear. Again, I'm 6 months into these and they're just like new. There's 6 different modes, flash modes on this light. So I'll turn this one on. I'll use the red so it doesn't blind. It's got a blinking, then a steady. Then it's got a pulsing one. I believe they call this the zoom. Then it's got a low steady light. Then it's got a steady flashing strobe. Then it's got a high intensity. Then it's got a steady high intensity strobe. And we're back to this where it stays on steady and strobes. This is the one that I generally use the most. Then you just press it and hold it to turn it off. When you turn it back on, you press it quickly and it'll go back to the flashing mode that it was on when you shut it off. When these lights are on high, the red light puts out 50 lumens and the white puts out 110. The strap itself is durable and really universal in terms of its ability to mount to different objects. So you can see essentially there's 2 hooks on each side of the light, and depending on how tight you need it, what the diameter is of the object you're going around, you can cinch it down very tight like this, or you can give it plenty of room with something out like that. So it works on just about any surface of your bike, which again adds to the flexibility of it. I'm going to show you the low battery feature of this light. So when you turn it on, it'll go to a very rapid blinking but a very dull light for a few seconds, just like that. And then it'll try to go into its mode that you had selected if it has any battery power left. This one doesn't, so it goes to a really low constant setting. That's telling me I need to recharge it. And in order to recharge it, I just flip out the USB port, grab a USB cable, and plug it in. So it's got a really dim single flash, hopefully you can see that, when it's charging. And then when it's fully charged, that goes to just a steady light. Very low, very dim, but a steady light, and then I know they're all charged. Takes about, I find it takes about an hour, hour and a half to recharge, and it lasts a number of rides. So our rides go anywhere from an hour to 2 hours, and I would say I get maybe 4 or 5 rides out of each charge, and it depends on how we run the light, but pretty much we run it continually in that mode that I'd mentioned, whether it's daylight or night out. Now I'd like to show you how I mount them. So on my bike, I put it just on one side of the handlebar, put it around like that, make sure the button is to the top, just makes it handy, and put it on just like this. Cables are in the way just a little bit. I zip tied those so that they're mostly out of the way, and then whenever we go, I just turn it on. And to illustrate the versatility, I can put it on a small diameter pole like this rack and just clip that on, and those rubber pads in the back make it so it's not going anywhere. Works great. Here it is on the back of a Rad Mini, and this bike rack, the tube has a larger diameter, which works really nice. The larger diameter, the better it sort of fits, but works really well. Now we keep the stock lights on the back of these bikes. You turn those on with a button as well, but if you ever run out of battery on a ride, we still have the stock lights that we can go to just in case. Firm believers in being seen. The takeaways on this light for you are this: it's water resistant, so the rain or washing isn't going to hurt it. It's got 6 different modes on it, so there's bound to have one that will make you happy. It comes in the white and the red for the front and the rear, and it's USB rechargeable. Those are some of the key things about it. I don't know how long the internal battery will last on this unit, but again, I've had it 6 months, been riding it, using it steady, and 0 issues, very durable. And if I had to buy another light for our bikes today, I would buy these. Again, it's easily seen at night, of course, but it's really effective during the daytime, and I think we appreciate that and the cars appreciate that, and I think it's our duty to sort of be seen while we're out there riding a bike, regardless of what we think the rules of the road are, because it's just difficult for people to see us, so we want to make it as easy as possible. And if you found this video informative, please hit the subscribe button, and I thank you very much.